Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our slash entitled people. In today's episode, parents demand I quit my gym membership because my older brother and dad aren't as fit as they used to be. Entitled lodger doesn't understand why he needs an appointment. Entitled customer can't afford 50 cents for some lettuce. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Parents demand I quit my gym membership because my older brother and dad aren't as fit as they used to be. Some backstory: my two brothers have always been naturally skinny and maintained an active lifestyle throughout most of their life. Me, 31M, on the other hand, was born on the pudgier side and never really had an interest in sports other than swimming, but didn't get, nor want at the time, to work on that hobby. By the time I was in the Army, service is mandatory where I live. I was quite heavy at 246 pounds. While I was never teased about my weight, my family and especially my mother enjoyed poking fun at it, my eating habits and so on, mom rolling her eyes whenever someone commented I've lost weight and so on. Since she was, and still is, quite the blob herself, I just ignored her or commented as such. But being stationed in a faraway base where combat units were also serving at, most of the guys in my base were quite fit. Me, on the other hand, wasn't assigned a combative role due to a medical condition. No, it didn't have to do anything about weight, but a very minor birth defect that I was rid of by the time I was 12, but the Army is stupid like that, so they didn't want to take any chances to put me in harm's way. So, instead of putting me in a combative role, they decided to have me on the oh-so-safe field of heavy-duty machinery. Genius. Anyways, again, most of the men serving in my unit were very fit and very muscular, and while I was never jealous at them nor teased for being fat, one day I took a good look in the mirror and was like, I can do better. And so I decided to start and change things. I'd watch very carefully what I ate, drank mostly water, joined the boys on their evening jogs, convinced my sergeant friend to get me an access to their gym, and have him train me in Krav Maga a few times a week if he was able to. I kept on to what I was doing and was very strict at keeping at it until I've reached my target weight, and soon enough I had to pay a visit to the quartermasters and get a smaller-sized uniform. After a year and a half of regular exercise, weightlifting, and a healthy diet, I lost a lot of weight, a few pounds shy of the target, and built quite a lot of muscle mass. In all honesty, it was my sergeant friend who convinced me to visit. Officially, it was exclusive to the combat unit, but in reality, it was available for everyone on base, their gym, and encouraged me to lose weight.
Men er glad I listened.
While I was very proud at the progress I've met, my family, who have teased me about my fat for most of my life, weren't as happy as I was but said nothing. The teasing has stopped, but there wasn't much beyond that. Other than a semi-compliment like, "Did you take this shirt from one of your brothers?" Whenever I wore something that actually fit me, or "Why are you still wearing this huge thing?" If I kept clothing from the time I was bigger. I still got comments during meals if I took an extra scoop, but whatever. I didn't care. I didn't lose weight to get compliments. Okay, maybe I did, but just a little bit LOL. Moving on, by the time I turned 22, I was back into civilian life as well as working myself through university and also a part-time job. Also, during that time I have saved enough to afford a membership at a gym close to campus. They were on the more pricey side, but that's due for the location being more high-end. While I was being the healthiest and most physically fit I've ever been my entire life, my older brother wasn't faring as much. He had stopped jogging. His smoking got worse and was getting chubbier every day. He's still not obese by any chance, but he's not nearly as fit as he used to be, and he's only in his late 30s. It only got worse on family gatherings, especially weddings where a lot of distant relatives and those we don't to meet often would also be present. Also, I'm a massive introvert, so fully packed events are not my thing, so I'd often avoid those and barely even met with my extended family during my service. So you can imagine some of my relatives shocked seeing me over 100 lighter. Some didn't even recognize me. I guess my brother got some comments from people because he'd no longer look smug whenever he looked at me. About 8 months into my membership there, my mom sat me down. I was still living at home, and the conversation went as follows. Me equals me BM equals the womb I came out of OB. Older bollocks. Me, what's up? Is everything okay? BM, everything is fine, honey, but I just wanted to talk to you about something. Me, okay. I already had a bad feeling. These conversations always seem to be about me doing something wrong. BM, well, you know your father and I are very proud at how far you've come. You're looking very handsome. Me, thanks mom, smiley face, a very rare compliment. BM, but me and dad are a little worried. With all the expenses we have along with your tuition and not your gym membership, we're getting a little tight. Can you cancel your membership, please? We can no longer afford it. Me, thinking, okay, here we go, Mom, you guys don't pay for my gym membership?
Ido.
BM, and who gave you that money? Me, it's money I've saved from birthdays, allowance, from way back when, and work. Also, I'm on a scholarship, so you do know you guys aren't paying for school either, right? BM, getting frustrated, well, you can't go to your gym anymore. Me, and why is that? BM, because she and dad, think your OB should use it instead. He really wants to go to that gym, but he can't afford it. It really depresses him. Don't you think it's mean of you to keep going there while he cannot? Me, Mom, be real. OB makes twice the money I make, so he can afford a gym membership on his own. That said, the gym isn't located anywhere near his apartment. BM, that doesn't matter. We decided that you can't go anymore. It's not fair towards OB. You're going to cancel your membership, and that's final.
Me, no.
BM, well, I will be giving them a call, son, and cancel it for you. Impossible unless she can imitate my voice and had my credit card. Stop being selfish and be more fair towards your brother. Me, right. BM, why can't you just do this one thing for your brother? It's bad enough he quit jogging. Now he's smoking and you're not helping with what you're doing. Come on, my name. Be more considerate. Also, think about your father. Me, dad has a problem with me working out too? BM, you know how can barely move with his bad back. Me, Mom, dad can move just fine. Just yesterday I helped him clear out the garage. He had his own gym membership which he had to quit only recently due to COVID. BM, you're not being fair, my name. Me, holding on to my last nerve, Mom, I'm not going to stop working out because some 30-plus man baby hates seeing me getting healthier while he tries tucking in his beer gut. If my looser genes affect OB so much, he can get up and do something about. Funny how you've never said anything to either of my brothers to tone it down while I was fat. BM, how dare you say that about your brother? At that point, I just got up and went on my business while she sulked and gave me the cold shoulder for the rest of the day. However, during mealtime, she tried to get me to eat a lot more, or cook very fatty things, buy only sugar-packed drinks, bring up fast food places whenever we went eating out, and then get mad at me whenever I said that McDonald's is not a restaurant. Whatever she tried to do didn't work, and I soon began buying my type of soft drinks myself, or just drink more water if I drank anything that wasn't either sugar-free or diet. Now, even though my dad supported OB, he didn't say much and I have no idea why she even brought him up. Anyways, that's my tale. I've lived with them for 4 more years until I've saved enough to move out in 2015. After that, some things have happened that lead me to cut all contact with the 3 of them. Stay safe out there. Love the story. I'd be interested to see more. Wow, just a wow. I am glad you are okay now and off contact from them. I don't know why, but some family like to assign the role of scapegoat to one member, and from then on, they can do no right. Almost as if they want to feel better than you, so you can succeed but not reach their level. It's sad. Great story. Love and light. Would love to hear the story of why you cut contact with the 3 of them. Nice story. I hope your brother and parents realize this is how you don't adult. Congrats on changing your health and for cutting them out. Entitled Lodger doesn't understand why he needs an appointment. Last summer, I had the unfortunate pleasure of dealing with a Karen who thinks a person washing their car at home also runs a car wash. The Karen complained to the lodge owner who she was staying with to probably stir up trouble or something. Anyway, the lodger owner, who I'll call D, talked to me about it, and he had an idea. D had a slight business opportunity, and he wanted to pitch it to me. He wanted to see if I wanted to make some money washing any lodgers' cars for them to offer something no one else in town had. So we talked for a couple weeks, and we came up with a plan. Days I have the afternoons off, and weekends I can offer the lodgers a car wash, and if needed I could clean their interiors too. D and I agreed if the lodgers want their interiors cleaned, they need to first schedule an appointment with me and D, so it works best for everybody. And so far, everything has been going good. People get their vehicles washed, and I get some extra cash for fun stuff. That is until what happened last week when the entitled lodger had to make their grand appearance. It was a normal Thursday afternoon. I just finished washing a lodger's car and wrapping up the waxing. Even though it's February, we wrapped up on having snow this year, and having a heated garage has its perks. I brought the car back to the lodge for the customer and let them check out their ride. They say thanks and pay, and I go talk to D. When I walk in the lodge, I hear shouting and see D arguing with a lady whose face actually looks like it's from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, who will call Karen about how if she needs her car cleaned inside and out, she needs to schedule an appointment first. The convo goes like this. D, I'm sorry Karen, our guy needs you to make an appointment first so he can have everything ready. Karen, well, what the hell kind of service is that? It should be he can do it now when I'm ready, not when he feels like it. D, again, sorry, but our guy already has people lined up. That's why he does appointments. Also, he has another job, so he doesn't have a lot of spare time. Karen, well, what the hell is wrong with him? Honestly, I came here to enjoy the scenery, and this is what I get, honestly. After what seemed like eternity to D, he saw me with the payment and asked me, D, hey OP, you finished already? Me, yeah, wasn't too bad, but the guy's happy. Here's your part. I hand him his share. D, thanks op. Say, do you have any openings this weekend for a full cleaning? Me, sorry D, I'm booked up this weekend, but I'm available next weekend. Unfortunately for me, saying that earned me the wrath of Karen. Karen, what do you mean booked up? Me, I'm sorry, but I have other people lined up for some cleaning. Karen, I don't care if it's the president or Bill Gates, I need you to clean my car now. Me, sorry ma'am, but I'm first come first serve on car washing, and for full cleaning I do appointments only. Karen, no, you will clean my car now. At this point, I know this conversation was not going anywhere, so I bluntly said no. Karen, what did you say? Me, I said no. I can spell it out for you, and then oh, that's no. Karen starts stammering, not saying anything coherent, so I said, Me, look, I don't really care who you are, but I was listening to you insult D here, and now you're trying to insult me, and frankly you can crawl back into whatever hole you crawled out of, because I will not now or ever wash your car. I look at D and say, Me have a good night, D. And went back home and was enjoying the blissful peace and quiet. On Saturday, I came in to pick up the next client's vehicle for a wash and found out from D that Karen's husband was not pleased that Karen was insulting the owner and the guy doing the car washing that they packed and left after only being there for less than a week. I was worried D was going to have some strong words with me about what happened, and he told me if anyone tries what Karen pulled, refuse and let him know. D wasn't going to let this happen and let people get away with this. So now D and I are going to let future guests know car cleaning needs to be made by appointment or head downtown for a car wash. On behalf of all sane people, thank you for educating a Karen. She learned a new word today. You even spelled it for her. I swear I heard Mr. Rogers' voice when I read your comment. Can you say no? I knew you could. This is the beauty of it being part-time self-employment. You can tell entitled people with bad attitudes to take a hike. You obviously weren't hurting for business, so it wasn't going to hurt you financially. Besides, she probably would have complained about the work and tried to stiff you on payment, as that's sort of how these people's minds work. Ever traveled to the UK? We don't accept that Karen nonsense either. Well done. Entitled customer can't afford 50 cents for some lettuce. So background info. Last week, I became the manager of a Mexican fast food restaurant and spent the week training with the old manager. I say training because there wasn't much to train me on as I have been with the company for over 5 years, but my store recently shut down just as my new store's manager resigned. Basically, I served this customer last week who didn't want cheese and sour cream and wanted extra lettuce on his burrito. I said, yeah, all good. That'll just be 50 cents extra. Is that all good? He goes, it doesn't usually cost extra. With so much attitude. It is policy that if you remove something, you can't get extra of something else. There is exceptions to this, but for the most part, that is the case. Customer comes back with, your manager knows me. I visibly roll my eyes and just let him get his free lettuce. I told the old manager about it and she goes, yeah, he's been coming in for years. We just give it to him, but you don't have to. Flash forward to yesterday. Man comes in again and is served by me. Same exact conversation. Only this time when he says, I think your manager knows me. I come back with, actually, I am the manager now. So did you still want the extra lettuce? Yes. And that'll be 50 cents?
No.
So I put on his salsas and he goes, I still want the double lettuce. Well, that is the policy. I can't afford to pay extra. I stopped making his burrito. Keep in mind, he's paying more than $15 already. Personally, if I can't afford to pay for the extras I want, I don't get them. But that's just me. He finally seems to get it through his head that I will not, in fact, be giving him extra lettuce for free and snaps out the infamous line, I'm never coming back here. Okay, have a nice day. Was I a bit mean? Probably. Would I probably have given it to him if he wasn't a D***CK? Yeah. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Spoiler alert, he did come back today. Apparently, I'm not the manager. Edit. To the people getting upset, I think you missed the fact that I'm literally only fighting him because he's being a D***CK. To the one who said it was reasonable because he had an agreement with the old manager. There was no agreement. He was nice to them. So he gets free lettuce. He's an asshole to me. So he doesn't. I just want to say it's quite clear some of you have never managed a business. Because if I just gave away free stuff for every person who took off a marginally more expensive ingredient, don't you think that's going to look pretty strange in my stock take? Say, for example, we sold 20 burritos, but used double the amount of lettuce? I may be the manager, but I still have a boss who is on my ass about this sort of thing. Additionally, there's no way to put through something like that without price overriding that, which again, has to be explained. Also, I'm fully aware how I come across in this. I know I'm being an asshole. You don't have to tell me. Didn't post an AITA for a reason. So he doesn't want cheese or sour cream, both of which cost substantially more than lettuce, but you're nickel and diming him over something that costs almost nothing? You might just be an idiot. They probably sweep up/throw away more lettuce than this person is asking for every day. Thank you. Someone else sees the lack of logic OP has. LOL, what's the smallest amount of power you've ever seen go to someone's head? OP needs to realize that on this sub you're meant to post about entitled people, not become one. This might actually be a case where the customer is right in matters of taste. They want a burrito made a certain way. Will not cost more because pricey ingredients are being omitted and substituted for a cheaper, more perishable ingredient. I mean, you might be technically in the right, but you aren't coming across as well as you think you are. It's just a slice of lettuce. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.